What's good, Black Star Podcast? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jared. Y'all, today we're going to be having a little conversation about what's going on with a lot of these ladies calling Passport Bros sisters. Passport Bros losers. So, today we're going to be taking a little look-see at a video from the Philip Scott Show. And what we're going to do is, we're going to share our screen. And we're going to do this video. Let's get it.
Else. That's the power of. So yeah, some women in the United States are still trying to talk down on men who obtain passports and try to find a suitable mate. We're not talking about the passport tricks. We're not talking about them. I don't like a passport trick at all, because you can trick right here in America. You ain't got to travel overseas to do that. And then when you're tricking overseas, you're going into some places you don't know where you not at. I'm gonna say that much. And a lot of you are starting to lose your life behind the tricking. Tricking is getting very dangerous for some of you. But we talking about the ones who's actually going to countries and actually looking for viable relationships. You got this particular woman that's going to call men like yourself losers, and I want you to hear why.
So what does that tell you if you now have to go across? Nobody wants you here in the United States. You now have to travel halfway across the world to find a wife. You are unable to find a wife where you live. You have to travel halfway across the world to find somebody. That means you're a loser. I'm sorry. If you can't find a wife where you live, you have to travel and become a passport bro. You're a loser. Okay. Does Elon Musk have to travel to Brazil to find a wife? Did Jeff Bezos have to travel halfway across the world to find somebody? No, okay? Most successful men marry women in the United States, okay? Very rarely are they going and becoming a passport bro, okay? Passport bro is for broke or middle income men, okay? I don't know of any men who are high earners who are flocking across the country to find a wife.
Now,
Hold on. Let's take a little back here. And let's kind of go through her delusion. Let's continue.
and I want you to hear why.
So what does that tell you if you now have to go across? Nobody wants you here in the United States.
Let me just point out a little fact here for people that keep on talking about men that are making $43,000 a year. That is the average salary of a black man. 51 for a average white man's salary. So let's just point that little fact out here. A lot of you ladies have this idea that a man's supposed to be making $100,000 a year to be able to date you. Now, let me first give you a little reality check here. If a man is making $43,000 a year, he's in the top 10% of the global worker. He's the top 10% of global earners. Let's start there. 2, here in the United States, inflation is kicking your ass left and fucking right. That's 2. 3, men in the U.S. are leaving because of attitudes like this one. So let's get it.
You now have to travel halfway across the world to find a wife. You are unable to find a wife where you live. You have to travel halfway across the world to find somebody.
My question is this. Have you ever thought about the reason why these men are actually leaving? Or are you just coming up with your own narrative? See, y'all want to come up with your own narrative because y'all cannot handle the truth. When men are telling you to shut the hell up and actually listen to what we're saying, you refuse to listen. There's a reason why these men are leaving. There's a reason why men are just saying, I'm done. It's so bad now that men don't even want to damn date anymore. Men don't want to date. Men don't want to get married. Men don't even want to have children. The only people that are having children with y'all are the motherfuckers that y'all allowed to smash. And we all know how that's turning out. You can look down the street and see how that's turning out. So Stop the cap.
That means you're a loser. I'm sorry. If you can't find a wife where you live, you have to travel and become a passport bro. You're a loser. Okay. Does Elon Musk have to travel to Brazil to find a wife? Did Jeff Bezos have to travel halfway across the world to find somebody? No, okay? Most successful men marry women in the United States, okay? Very rarely are they going and becoming a passport bro, okay? Passport bro is...
Most wealthy men, you don't even know. You don't know a man if he's wealthy or not. I could be a rich motherfucker, have millions of dollars in my damn bank account, and you wouldn't even know who the fuck I was. I could be standing next to you, have $1,000,000 in my bank account, you wouldn't even know. So therefore, ma'am, you just pointed out the two biggest people in the world that everybody fucking knows. And what happened to them? They got divorced. Elon Musk has been married 3 times, I think. And Jeff Bezos just gotten divorced from his wife and is engaged again to a woman that he shouldn't be engaged to in the first place. But still, he's engaged again. So therefore, you're right. They're not going overseas to get their wives. But they're also finding out the hard way. Shit, you can ask Bill Gates too. What happened to his marriage? She took half of his net worth. She took half. But he gained it back, but still. Just because the men that you see on a normal everyday basis, not normal everyday basis, but the men that you know of that are billionaires and millionaires haven't gone overseas, it doesn't mean that they haven't gone overseas to find a wife. It doesn't mean that they haven't. Problem is, y'all wanna sit here and tell men that these men are not going overseas, so you need to stay here and get your wife. The men, shit. Michael B. Jackson just literally came out a while ago talking about be a passport bro. Plies has said something about it. All these other celebrities have said something about it, but yet y'all magically want to bring up the 2 billionaires that run Amazon and Tesla and SpaceX up to try to prove your point. Those 2 men compared to hundreds of thousands of men that are saying this shit on a daily basis, those are the 2 men that you pick. But you want me to sit here and listen to your argument about Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos not going overseas. 2 men compared to hundreds of thousands of men saying, I'm done. You talk about those 2 men. Those 2 men specifically. And then you're trying to basically say, oh, rich men don't go overseas. Ma'am, you don't know rich men. You barely know any rich. You probably couldn't tell who was rich and who wasn't rich if they even looked in your face. You probably think the motherfucker that has all this Gucci shit on is gonna be the one that's gonna be the rich one. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I had money, you wouldn't even know I had fucking money. I wouldn't be wearing Jordan. I wouldn't be wearing Jordans. I wouldn't be wearing a whole lot of iced out jewelry and shit. You wouldn't even know I was rich. I drive a beater. I drive an old school Mercedes. I'm talking about a Mercedes from the 60s to no, not 60s. From the 80s to the early 90s. Mercedes. A Mercedes 560 SEL, to be exact. Or I would get a used 2011 to 2017 Mercedes S65 or S63 AMG. Hell, maybe even a BMW 750 or Audi A8L to be exact. You wouldn't know I had money because all my shit would be used. Why would a man... Why would a man that's rich be flaunting around his wealth? These men that you're talking about. They aren't going to be showing and spreading their wealth out to you. These aren't entertainers. These men will be hiding their wealth in plain sight. Y'all want to say all this shit, but y'all don't even know who y'all talking about.
It's for broke or middle income men, okay? I don't know of any men who are high earners who are flocking across the country to find a wife.
Now,
let's talk about that point. She's saying it's for broke men. Ma'am, let's point this little fact out here to you. A passport costs around $150 with taxes. A plane ticket to Brazil will cost you over $1,000. A plane ticket to Thailand will cost you over $2,000. To the Philippines, over $2,000. Then you have to equate for then you have to calculate for the total expenses that you're going to be paying for out there. So the plane trip alone is more expensive than your car note and your apartment. Then, in order to get into these countries, you have to have some money in your account to verify that you have money to pay for all the stuff that you're going to be doing out there, so that you can get into the country. You have to verify how much money you have in your account. Y'all pointing all this stuff out, but yet y'all saying all this shit, but yet y'all don't even do y'all fucking research. I've never even traveled outside the U.S. and I know this shit. You have to get checked in order to go into another country before you even get enter, and that's if they allow you into the country. See, y'all want to put out these delusional ass videos talking about, oh, you're special because you're an American. Ma'am, just because you're an American doesn't mean anything. In actuality, you being an American is a hindrance, because a lot of men overseas don't even want American women. That's the honest God. That's the God honest truth. A lot of men overseas do not see American women as serious women to be dating. And y'all finding this out left and right. Anyways, guys, comment down below. I want to hear what you guys are going to say about this. Like, share, subscribe channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I know I got to get a pop filter, so excuse me for all my shit being up close and personal. And you hear my damn breathing. And just to let y'all know, I do have allergies. So I'm going to just leave it at that. Anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe channel, support the podcast at Spotify.com. I'll see you guys on the flip side, and thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.